So the last time that Harvick ran out on the near end of the race, it ruined my week. This time, not so much. What I'm thinking here, and I know this thing has been here since yesterday. It's disgusting as fucking shit, and I want it to go away too, but I can't do anything about it right now. Anyway, my feelings is that Carl Edwards is going to advance to the next round in the chase, and if you remember what I said earlier, I did not think he was going to advance into the second round. So, by Kevin Harvick not advancing, that would mean that probably everybody else's chase grid would end up false. And if I can't win $16 million, then fuck everyone else. They can't have $16 million either. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. Got some cheese. It is very difficult to not grab one of those while doing this, because I will bite the inside of my mouth to pieces if I try to talk while eating Cheez-Its. Anyway, this was an interesting week of racing. The Truck Series race was shit, but Kyle Busch didn't finish in the top 10, which is beyond anything that I've ever seen. The Xfinity race had no Cup regulars besides Yaley, and I'm thinking, that was pretty damn good. That was a pretty good damn race. I liked it. It was a good race. It sucks that Ryan Blaney won because fuck the 22. I mean, I like Ryan Blaney, but fuck the 22. I was really hoping that Bubba would be the one to win, but post-race controversy, eh? The post-race there is still happening, so I don't know if there's going to be any fights at New Hampshire today. Probably not. There wasn't really anything to fight over, but the Xfinity race was great. Then this happened, and at the start it was like, eh, and then Harvick got to lead, and it was like, ugh. And that went on for like 200 laps, and it was like, oh. And it just sucked. Oh yeah, and then Danica wrecked, taking out Reagan. Thanks, by the way. But like, that one pit stop where like Stewart and Hornish were up there in the top 10. That was pretty darn nifty. I like that. That was a nice time. That was a grand old time. I enjoyed it. And most of the drivers that ran out of gas were drivers that I would have accepted running out of gas. Dale Jr., Kevin Harvick. Curtis was one of them that ran out. That was unfortunate, but it's okay. It's okay. Who finished third? I forgot. Was that Johnson? Probably Johnson that finished third. I mean, he's Johnson. No, it was Logano. Fuck off my screen. Biffle finished fourth. That's pretty much a win. Biffle hasn't had a top 5 since Charlotte, which was also a fuel mileage race. Except this time, it turns out he probably would have still finished 5th, even if it weren't for fuel mileage. So yeah, there's that. I kinda wish that he went down pit road that one time. But at the same time, I'm thinking, you know, he wouldn't have gotten back up there if he had. He'd been sitting in like 14th if he went back in the pits. So I'm glad that he stayed out. The restart, yeah, that penalty was bullshit. I mean, 2 weeks in a row of no calls that should have been calls, and now you decide to fucking call a penalty? Yeah, that only took way too fucking long. I mean, they should have called it last week, and they should have called it the week before. This shouldn't even be a thing to be discussed. They should have called it in the Richmond race when it was blatant. Then came last week, and that one was a bit more debatable. This one, also debatable. But there is nothing about this one that I'd say would be different from the last one. Meaning Chicagoland. They were virtually the same exact restarts, except Keselowski checked up, hoping that NASCAR would let him go. But since they wanted Harvick to win so badly, they didn't let him go. So yeah, there's that. And that's really the extent of this. Truex finished in the top 10. That was a nice grand old time. And I'm thinking that's about all I'm going to say for this. I know whenever I say that races should be exciting, they always turn out to be some of the worst of the year. But I'm thinking Dover should be good next week. I highly doubt it. I think Johnson's going to dominate it, but it might be good. I'm holding out hope. So yeah, I'll see you next week.